Don't miss Allison's game-changing update on Mercedes W15 car design. Every year we have something in the F1 world that keeps the fans hooked. This time we have something cooking in Allison's kitchen, whose aroma is not only spreading everywhere, but also made the F1 enthusiast excited for the upcoming renovation. In a super exciting reveal, Mercedes technical director James Allison spilled the beans on the highly anticipated W15 F1 car. It's like they're shaking things up after navigating the wild ride with the W13 and W14 technical stuff for the past 2 crazy years. I mean, let's be real, it's been a bit of a roller coaster for Mercedes lately. But hey, this revelation is a big deal for all of us F1 fans who just can't wait to see where Mercedes is headed next season. With the 2024 season around the corner, everyone's curious about how they'll tackle things with the W15, especially after the struggles with the W13 and W14. And when it's about Allison, he has this position at Mercedes that makes his revelation super important, especially when everyone is talking about the S-Pods. So, James Allison is back, and now everyone's dissecting every word he says. Remember that win at the Sao Paulo GP last year? Thanks to Russell and Hamilton, but it kind of made Mercedes think their zero-pod thing was invincible. Russell admitted they got a bit carried away with all this, though they did learn some hard lessons from the testing failures in 2023. But what is the true thing in all of this chaos? The new design they were so hyped about in Monaco? Didn't really come out as expected, unlike their rivals Aston Martin and McLaren, who were doing some serious upgrades. Now there's this suspicion hanging over Mercedes that there might be some deep-rooted issues with their 2023 car. Sao Paulo GP was like a reality check, and now everyone's saying they need to dig deep into the car's guts to figure out why it's not performing at its best. This stark realization has steered Mercedes towards a decisive shift, opting to revert to a more traditional approach with the W15, marking a notable departure from the recent design philosophies that characterize their Formula One endeavors. Allison's recent interview serves as a beacon, shedding light on these developments and emphasizing the multifaceted challenges that Mercedes confronts in their relentless pursuit of Formula One excellence. So Mercedes is on this tricky road, and the next season is looking like a make-it-or-break-it moment for them in Formula One. Everyone's waiting eagerly to see the 2024 Mercedes car in February, and all eyes are now on how the team adjusts after dealing with the W13 and W14 challenges for 2 tough seasons. James Allison spilled the beans recently about all the changes they're making. It's not just a touch-up. They're going for a complete overhaul. Now they're really into discussing the side pod design, like it's been the talk of the town. But here's the catch. Changing it is a bit tricky because the chassis is kind of narrow. Allison clarified that the issues extend beyond mere external aesthetics. The gearbox has suboptimal fitment behind drivers Russell and Hamilton. They looked at what Aston Martin did and realized that their season without any wins couldn't just be blamed on the side pod design. Allison is pushing this idea that you can't just focus on one part. The whole car has to be in sync to perform. In simple terms, Allison admitted that from side to side and from front to back, Mercedes took a route that wasn't competitive. Even though everyone was talking about the side pods, they weren't the real game changer. Looking forward to 2024, the big question is whether Mercedes will stick with the same S-Pod design with the new car concept. What's your bet? Now looking back at the mess in 2022 and 2023, Mercedes had a wild ride. Too much downforce, then a super pointy front end with a skinny chassis. Lewis Hamilton kept saying it was off, but the engineers thought they had some secret sauce that just needed time. Wolff, the big boss at Mercedes, dropped some bombshell insights into the W15, talking about a total game changer. They're revamping everything. Chassis layout, weight distribution, airflow dynamics. It's like a whole new Mercedes is coming to town. And get this, they're aiming for a crazy 2.5-second performance boost compared to the W14. If that happens, we might see Mercedes ruling the track again. Wolff even teased that the British anthem might be on repeat in 2024. Now, Red Bull's a bit worried about the performance gap closing in, but Mercedes is feeling pretty good about it. Even with Red Bull winning almost everything in 2023, Mercedes is making moves to level the playing field. Betting odds are jumping on the Mercedes train too, giving Hamilton a solid 28% chance of grabbing the 2024 championship. things are looking up for Mercedes, considering the competition they're facing from Ferrari, Aston Martin, and McLaren. What's your take on the Mercedes comeback? James Allison echoed the sentiment, noting that the team is on a positive trajectory, understanding and addressing the issues that plagued them in previous seasons. The introduction of a new, less draggy gearbox, inspired by successful models from McLaren and Aston Martin, underscores Mercedes' commitment to learning and adapting. As the anticipation builds for the 2024 Formula One season, the question lingers: does Mercedes have what it takes to challenge Red Bull's supremacy? And will the speculated changes, including the possibility of altering the W14 spec side pods, be the key to their success? The motorsport world awaits the unveiling of the W15, heralding a new chapter in Mercedes' pursuit of excellence on the Formula One circuit. Mercedes had a bit of a head-scratcher trying to figure out what went wrong the past 2 seasons. And you know what made it trickier? That win in Brazil last year, thanks to Russell and Hamilton. Sounds like a great victory, right? Well, it kinda backfired. See, that win made Mercedes think their zero-pod concept was the bee's knees. Russell even owned up to it, saying that Brazil's victory made them believe they could milk more performances from the zero-pod idea. But guess what? Reality check came knocking, and they learned some hard lessons from bumpy testing in early 2023. Then came the big reveal of a new design in Monaco, and everyone was expecting fireworks. But unlike their buddies at Aston Martin and McLaren who suddenly got their act together in the middle of the season, Mercedes seemed stuck in a rut. It got people at Mercedes scratching their heads, wondering if there were some deep-rooted issues with the 2023 car. The Sao Paulo GP was like that aha moment. Heads turned, suspicions rose, and suddenly everyone at Mercedes was saying, "Hold up, we need to dig deep into this car's guts." They wanted to figure out why the mechanical performance wasn't hitting the high notes they expected. Now looking into 2024, the burning question is, can Mercedes keep rocking the same S-Pod design with the new car concept? The change in philosophy screams new chassis and gearbox, actually hinting at potential change-ups in every corner of the car, except maybe the side pods. But hey, we'll have to hold our horses. Until then, do let us know about your thoughts in the comments section below. What's wrong with clicking the like button if this video added up to your knowledge? Your encouragement fuels us to bring more exciting videos to you.